What's up, guys? So today we're talking about a pair of Yeezy sneakers that were in my top 10 and pretty high up in my top 10 of Yeezy releases from 2021, and I finally got my hands on them thanks to the resale diving a little bit, and the opportunity to strike presented itself, and I could not be happier with being able to finally get my hands on a pair that really, it's my favorite release from Yeezy in 2021. Let's just get that out the way. My number one favorite release. Today we are talking about, a little late, but here we are, the Yeezy 450. I don't think just anybody is into these sneakers. Maybe most Yeezy people would not prefer these over some other models, but I think this is one of the more visually interesting and just overall dope releases we've seen from Yeezy brand in the last couple years. And there's been a lot of new silhouettes, but this one, in my opinion, is probably the best, if not the best. Before we get into it though, let's do our signature closer look. Guys, welcome back, and now that you've seen a closer look of these bad boys right here, first things first, I'm doing a Jordan 13 Court Purple giveaway. The drawing is going until February 15th of 2022, so if you're watching this in the future and it's not that date yet, you can still get in on the giveaway. That will be linked at the end for you to check out, and in the meantime, one of the steps is to subscribe to the channel to enter that giveaway, so you might as well knock that out right now, because if you are new here, welcome to the fam, and I want you to be on the road to 10,000 subscribers with me. We just passed 5,000, which is mind-blowing. I'm so thankful and grateful to every single person that watches, likes, comments, and engages with my channel. You guys are the best. So consider hitting the subscribe and joining the fam. And also links to cop protective shoe spray to keep your kicks clean, cleaning kits, all that stuff is linked down in the description below. So check those helpful links out, as well as some of my favorite sneaker books as well. You can find all that stuff down in the description. Now, these right here, the Yeezy 450s. Now, there's been tons of videos and reviews and people talking about these things, so we're not going to get into super gritty details. I'm just going to talk about my impressions and some of the things that surprised me when getting these sneakers finally in hand. They definitely look, they feel, and they just are different than a lot of Yeezy sneakers, especially the ones that we associate most with Yeezy brand, being the 350s, maybe the 380s a little bit, or the 700s. Those sneakers all have their own unique feel, identity, and it's kind of what we view Yeezy brand as. This, while similar in certain regards, kind of feels and looks like a departure from all of that, and that's part of the reason why I like it so much. It's just different. It's so visually interesting, and it feels really fresh, and I love this Dark Slate colorway, and I absolutely love the Cloud White colorway as well. Probably going to get my hands on those, but this, I had to try it out in this color first, and I mean, I guess that's kind of where the bid got accepted, so I ended up with this one first, but I'm so happy with it. Obviously, the big thing is the outsole slash midsole slash high sole that you get creeping up. It kind of reminds me of like an alien organism attacking someone's face in a way. And the way the shoe is presented, as you saw with the unboxing, I mean, it kind of almost looks like it could be a UFO floating around, and especially if you were to flip it upside down, I don't know. It's such a crazy looking sneaker, but it still accomplishes all the kind of traditional things, or things that we need in terms of it being a sneaker, right? It's not going to put your foot in uncomfortable positions or be a little just too weird to rock. And that's one thing, again, that makes this design so great, so brilliant, and again, so interesting, because as crazy as it looks, it's still a comfortable shoe. It's not like a split toe tabby shoe that's gonna feel weird for a while before you get used to it, or it's not just some crazy out of the box design that is more so for the sake of playing with the silhouette so much that your foot doesn't kind of know where to go. This is a very well done, well thought out sneaker in a lot of ways. And then again, I was very surprised at the fit and feel of this. So a lot of the sneakers, especially 350s, like we know with Yeezys, you wanna size up a little bit. I did not size up with these, and I found the fit to be very satisfactory. I have enough room up here at the top. I'm not scrunched back at the heel. The one main difference between these and say 350s I found is that they are a little narrower than your 350s or your 380s. The platform is just a little bit more narrow, and you can feel it a little bit on the sides. Not so much of a pinch that it turns me off from wearing the shoe, but it's something to consider if you have an even wider foot than I do, and I have a pretty like a above average wide foot, a little bit of a flatter stance. It worked for me, but maybe you want to consider a half size up. I don't think that you do in this case, but then again, I've also been comfortable in some true size Yeezys that other people swear you have to go up by, so take my words with a grain of salt, but for me, that is what felt good. And then the other surprising thing about this shoe is the actual feel of the outsole. I'm not convinced that there is any Ultra Boost foam in this outsole. I don't think that there is. Maybe there's a sliver of it, but it does not feel that way. I would say this feels closer to wearing a pair of Chuck Taylors than it does a pair of 350s, which is kind of crazy to say because, again, Yeezy, with the use of Ultra Boost from the beginning, has become known to be very comfortable and nice and squishy, and it's not something that you would use for, say, heavy lifting, right? This actually feels like a shoe I would do leg day in. I would load a barbell and do a conventional squat wearing these. That's how stable and nice and stiff that platform felt, but not stiff in a bad way. It wasn't like hard like I'm wearing just wood blocks under my feet. It was a stable compound type of foundation that you can do those kinds of weightlifting moves with. Not that I need to weightlift in these, but I'm trying to just illustrate that's how much different these felt than, say, a pair of 350s, because I would never squat in a pair of 350s with the squishiness and the instability that comes with. Now, the upper itself, or what's, behind the claws here, is a prime knit, and it's very thick actually. It feels a lot thicker than other shoes, and it's probably a little bit more insulated, maybe a little bit warmer, but definitely something that you can still wear in the warmer months, but it does feel nice and heavier duty, and it feels and looks pretty great. And I noticed that these have like a little made in Germany sticker on them, so which is pretty dope because Adidas is a German company, and so that's kind of got that same type of made in USA New Balance vibe that you're getting with this. This is actually made in Germany, where Adidas has been founded and headquartered, so as opposed to some other factory somewhere, who knows. That's also a pretty cool touch, and it's not like the price point is any more expensive to denote that, right? This is still like a $220 retail price point, which is the same as most Yeezy sneakers. I think that was a pretty cool touch as well. And also the tongue, the upper, all being a single piece prime knit. It's got the stretch and the movement where you need it, and makes the shoe, despite it being kind of compact and small, makes it pretty easy to put on. I also like that they didn't do the infinity laces. I'm kind of hit or miss on the infinity laces. I don't mind them on the 380s, but I like the option of having the regular laces here. Of course, it's that really nice thick rope lace that I love in a lot of sneakers from Jordan and of course Yeezy brand. You can't go wrong with these laces here. They look good, they feel good, and it's just an easy process to get these things on and off. And really, I think these shoes, because of this stiffer base, can be a better everyday wearing, all day type of wearing shoe. Like I said, the super squishiness does feel awesome, but that can be taxing on your Achilles and your ankle, and it can actually cause fatigue prematurely. So something to keep in mind if you are wanting a pair of Yeezys that are a little bit more long distance friendly. But to me, the star of the show is not necessarily the performance part of the shoe. It's really the aesthetics and the design, just being something that you just don't see, and we might not ever see anything else really like this. This is probably not something that the other sneaker brands out there are going to try and emulate like so many have tried with the 350s. It's just a little bit too much, and I think that's to the shoe's advantage, and it's to the advantage of people that really like the aesthetics of this shoe, because you're not going to see the knockoff Walmart versions of them walking around all over the place. The 450 is something that is really special in terms of how it looks, how it presents itself, and then how it feels and functions. It's really covering all of the bases needed that I think, in my personal opinion, constitute a really good design, and that's why I fell in love with them just looking at them, and I put them at my number one of my favorite Yeezy releases from 2021, and now holding them in hand, it has only confirmed that number one status, and I'm absolutely happy with this purchase and where I have them in terms of some of my favorite Yeezys ever released. Alright guys, so that does it for me on this video of the Yeezy 450s. Let me know what you think about them down in the comments below, and of course that Jordan 13 Court Purple release is ongoing right now till February 15th. Hop on that giveaway. It's linked. It's coming to you in about 20 seconds. You will see that link. Get on there. Join the fam, of course, on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We just hit 5,000, so you guys are amazing, and I love each and every one of you. So consider joining the fam, and the helpful links down in the description below. Like I said, prices came down. Link to cop from eBay is down there in the description. Also, protective shoe spray cleaning kits for your shoes. My favorite sneaker books is all linked down there. So thank you in advance for using the links and helping the channel out. And with all that being said, hope you guys have a good day, good evening, good night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.